Jimmy in South Carolina, you're on the air.
Yeah, Alex, number one, I bought you a Pro Pure water filtration system. I'm thrilled with it. My kids wouldn't drink anything but Kool-Aid. Now they're drinking water.
Well, thank you for the support. They're great gravity-fed systems. They're 25% off right now, so thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Now I want to say, Donald, I am so thrilled. Oh, my God. He's doing everything he promised he would do, and he's doing it so quickly. I've got 5 kids, 1 on the way, and I feel so much better about their future.
Can you feel the spirit shift?
Oh, man, it's like, I feel better getting up in the morning. I feel like there's...
Well, let me just tell you, Trump personally has told me he feels the spirit of America, and he just loves it. I'm not trying to... It's just true. Trump is really into serving the people, and I think the enemy feels that.
Well, we sure appreciate everything you do. I know you don't like to be thanked, but we love you, brother. Take care.
No, don't hang up. Jimmy, you still there?
Yes, sir.
What does your gut tell you, though? I think they're going to try to kill him.
I think they're telling us already what they're going to do. We know they can play with the stock market. So I think they're going to do whatever they can do to dump the market and blame it on Trump. That's just my opinion. But that or kill him, and I pray to God, I plead the blood of Jesus over Donald Trump. And I speak anything down against him that anybody would try to kill him or something. But I really feel like the only thing they could do besides go after him physically would be the stock market.
I agree. Oh, I've got a stack of news. They're saying the depression's here. It's all over. It's Trump's fault. It makes me cry because forget trusting Trump. His actions prove everything. Judge, a tree by its fruits. They are going to come after him. He knows it, too. He's ready. He's very fatalistic, I'll tell you that. He's ready. We'll be back. Stay with us. Okay, I've got like 30 phone calls I want to go to. Please don't forget, we are running a special. If you want to support the broadcast and get great systems for you and your family, with all the glyphosates and toxins in the water supply, whether it's tap water or well, I think you're nuts if you're not using the gravity-filled system by Alexa Pure or Pro Pure and InfoWarsStore.com. We have 30% off on Alexa Pure and on their home air filters as well. InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free 888-253-3139. But your body can filter so much, but the fact that you use these systems really is a major game changer. You won't feel it today, but 30 years later, you certainly will when you're not dying of cancer. I want to go to Tim and Greg and Chris and Mark and Charles and Frank and Dan and Andrew and Jim and Caroline and Mark. I got to tell you, that last caller was powerful. Who should we talk to first? There's so many people here to talk to. Let's talk to Carolyn in Utah. Let's talk to her. You're on the air from Utah. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. It's awesome to talk to you. Thank you so much for all you do.
We're all in this together.
We are, and praise God. I want you to know something. I'm over here, and I've got tears running down my face because I'm so grateful for feeling so much more free. That's how I feel with President Trump. I haven't felt this free in a long time.
Well, it's definitely real. The enemy's scared worldwide. They got all these foreign governments against him. He's really doing what he said he would do, and he's committed. He is, like CNN said, he's, quote, obsessed with doing what he said he'd do, as if that's a bad thing.
It isn't a bad thing. It's an awesome thing. And one of the great things I love about him is it's like iron sharpening iron. He's stepping up to the plate. He's keeping his word. I watched his rallies every single day, and you too, by the way. And, he's doing what he said he'd do. He's keeping his promises, and all the guys and all the men, they've got to step up to the plate. And
yeah, Trump's an example of how a man should act. I'm going to jump to get some more callers, but thank you. I love you. I appreciate all of you. Trump's what a real man acts like. And let me tell you something. In talk radio and TV, I'm known as the hardest working person there is. Drudge is well known to work 18 hours a day as well. I'm not kissing Drudge's butt. It's just true. It does a better job than I can with the websites. But with Trump, it's even crazier. I know the behind-the-scenes stuff. He is a maniac. He does 200 calls a day just on the economy. 100 to media, maybe 100 other to politicians. We're talking 400, 500 calls a day. And he understands it's all about will, and he's literally in the zeitgeist on fire. Donald Trump is on fire. It's not a cult of Donald Trump. It's just he's done it. He's delivered. He's doing it. It's an example. It's the return of men. And I'll sit here and tell you that at 43 years old, I can't work like this. He's 70, the oldest president ever inaugurated. This just got magic written all over it. Greg in New Jersey, you're on the air. Go ahead.
All right, Alex, here's the thing that kills me about this news media. You know, you got lies of omission and you got lies of commission. And here's the lie of omission. In all these reports that they're talking about Trump putting the quote, ban, if you will, no one, and I mean no one, bothers to read the law. And the law, according to the U.S. Code, Title 8, Chapter 12, Subchapter 2, Section 1182, here it is in paragraph F. Suspension of entry or imposition of restriction by president. And it says, plain as day, whenever the president finds that the entry of any aliens or any class of aliens into the United States would be detrimental to the interests of the United States, he may, by proclamation and for such period as he shall deem necessary, suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens as immigrants or non-immigrants or impose...
That's right. I covered it earlier. He's invoking an old law that Obama has used on the same countries. It's just an example of how they think we're not watching. They just pity party everything. Oh, people can't come from Somalia where there's like no airports and rocket launchers and women are like in slave pits. Women live in Somalia in slave pits.
This is what I don't understand. Here's this federal judge, this Ann Donnelly. How is it I'm able to find this law in 30 seconds going up to...
Ann Donnelly is a political person. That's why Customs is ignoring her, which is good. Trump is forcing the fact. He knows all he's doing is a set law. He knows it's not even his law. He knows they're going to flip out and freak out and burn stuff down and attack everybody and have riots. And then he'll just go, all I did was what Obama did. That's why he's so smart.
Well, and that's it. He's like a big cat, and he's playing with his prey before he eats them. And it's ridiculous that these people are so stupid that they think...
Well, I don't get into astrology, but he is a Leo. He is a big cat.
They are so arrogant. They think that we're so stupid that we don't read the law. You don't have to be a lawyer to read the law. That's why it's written in English. And that's why I'm so glad that, you get on the news and on your show and tell people, hey, go look it up for yourself.
That's all we do. And they just go, oh, it's fake news. And I got like 15 studies that 3 million illegals voted, just like Trump said. And they just keep going, he's a liar. He's a liar. I'm CNN. Trump is a liar. I appreciate you. God bless you. Let's jam in some more calls here. Let's talk to Mark in North Carolina. He says the enemy is uniting. I agree. We think we're winning, folks. We better redouble our efforts. The real fight's about to start. Go ahead.
Yeah, Alex. I have this theory. I've had it for a while, too. Kind of goes along with a lot of yours, but I think it goes a step further even. There's three entities that are trying to unite the world into a new world order. The new world order itself, which is basically corporate, bank,
that's the Anglo-American
stuff. Yeah. The other part is the Islamists, mostly Wahhabis. Now, I don't consider the Shiites to be in that.
No, they're not. They're not. Yeah.
And the others are the communists, who have always wanted basically a one world.
I agree. It's communists, it's Wahhabists, and it's the mega bankers.
But I think what they plan on, each thinks at some point they'll be able to overcome the others. The big people with the big money, the New World Order.
But don't you think Trump's about to roll them all up?
Yeah,
I mean, an alliance with Russia and Japan and England's going to be hard to beat.
My thing is Trump, Putin, making the world great again. I put it all over my Facebook. I really think Putin is also, if anything, but the guy, the globalists are making him out to be the
I was driving to work today, and I just thought of, like, Trump, king of the world, but, like, turning the world loose, not a king that dominates, but a king that turns people loose. I agree. So where do you see this going?
I see it's going to come to a real tough battle But I think if we patriots stick to it, and I think we got to unite with our brothers in places like Russia and the British, like the UKIP type people in Britain, that we can destroy this New World Order once and for all.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The New World Order is anti-prosperity, anti-human. It's dirtbag. It's anti-prosperity. We just put that out, they lose. I mean, it's kind of like 6 years ago, they had the whole World Government Treaty, and then the treaty got leaked where the Third World had basically double the taxes of the West. The Third World says it's a screw job. Globalism isn't good for anybody. And so we all need to come together against the New World Order. I appreciate your call. Great points, my friend. I'm going to go to break, and I'm going to come back. Thank you, Mark. I'm going to take like 10 calls in 10 minutes. We're going to do it. So have your points ready. I love you. I appreciate you. Have them ready. We're going to come back to those. Briefly, we are listener-supported. To say, oh, InfoWars is the tip of the spear, it's kind of cliche. We are. And, you know, as big as our audience is, we should bring in like $10 million a year. We don't. We bring in a fraction of that. And, you know, people are like, oh, my gosh, you $50 million a year to run your operation. People have no idea. We reach 50 million people a week. So that's nothing. A big newspaper costs 50 million, you know, a month to run. We need support. We need your prayers. We need you to understand all we're doing here and to go to InfoWarsStore.com and get the amazing products that are discounted, that are high quality, from non-GMO heirloom seeds to water filtration to air filters to incredible supplements. They're all there. And when you purchase them, you literally drive nails in the heart of the globalist. We'll be back with the final segment. Stay with us.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
Now, I won't get to a lot of the clips I have, but that's okay. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central with a big 4-hour-long transmission. Right now, I want to focus on taking a lot of your phone calls. We're going to talk to Charles. Then we're going to talk to Frank and Dan and Andrew and Jim and Mark and Tim. But right now, Charles in New York, you're on the air.
Thank you very much. Alex, I know that President Trump is well versed in history, and he returned the Andrew Jackson picture to the White House. And just to let you know that on January 30th, which will be tomorrow, but in 1835, there was an attempt on President Jackson's life. A fellow attacked him with 2 pistols and fired one, it misfired, and then he tried the second one, it misfired. Later they investigated, the guns were actually working, and they said that it could be because it was a humid day. I'm very concerned.
It was Providence.
Yes, exactly, Providence.
Well, Jackson already been stabbed more than 10 times, and shot many times, survived more than 6 duels, 7 duels before that. He was a real deal.
And, you know, as a little bit of Americana for all Americans to consider, the prosecuting attorney for Francis Scott Key, who was the author of the Star-Spangled Banner. So it is meaningful. We're living a very special time, and I think the best line that I've heard in your program ever was the answer to 1984 is 1776, and I believe that is the thesis for the new world.
I agree. What do you think of Trump? I mean, I don't want to be over positive, but how could you be negative? It's just total delivery.
Well, he has to do it quickly, and his biggest enemy will turn out to be, as someone else mentioned earlier, manipulation of the stock market and the financial system. The central bank was actually, you know, what President Jackson, the second
he said, I killed the bank on his death. No, I agree, but they should understand the force they're up against. If they really think that with their bravado or chutzpah that they're going to beat this spirit, they should roll over.
You know, the Achilles ankle to all this is the fact that a loan that is made from thin air by producing the money out of ether is worthless, and you're charging interest on it, which is
it can be nationalized
really
anytime.
Correct, and so any loan over $1 million that can be accounted for by anyone, be it dirty money or whatever, or
it's null and void.
It's null and void. So therefore, there's the key, I think, to any of these attacks on the president from any organization or world.
I mean, I personally have encouraged everybody involved with Trump, including the president, that we're not people that just take the gloves off for no reason. We're not looking for quick fixes, but the enemy's so cancerous, take the gloves off. We're ready to just deal with this right now. And they're never going to give in. They're never going to stop. They're out to get us. They're enemies. And so why should we play patty cake with these people? It's time to crush them. It's time to crush them.
And this debt and put everybody in debt, then this is not a good world order. It's 1984.
No, I agree. It's an anti-prosperous world they're building. Thank you, Charles. Beautiful points. No, it's time to... They want to bang heads. Let's just ram heads. But it doesn't mean we, play games and ram their head into us. We don't go back. No, you want to ram heads. This is going to happen. Frank in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. Long time no hear. How are you?
Good, brother. Go ahead.
I'm very good, thank you. Just want to tell your audience that in my lifetime, I've never seen a president that's delivering like this guy's delivering.
And he's already dwarfing Reagan. Let's just be honest. Nothing against Ronald Reagan. He's already dwarfing Reagan. This is ridiculously real.
I agree. And I believe that this is our providence, like in the Bible, like when God gave his people a 100-year reprieve. I think this is our reprieve. I truly believe that.
Or a 100-year reprieve for Nineveh.
Yes, correct. Yes. And then the other previous caller mentioned about the Muslims. That's actually Public Law 414, which the president has every right to bar anyone who comes to this country if they're a threat to the United States Constitution.
Yeah, no kidding. Don't bring people in that are murdering each other in giant bloody war zones. Duh.
Agreed. I have one more comment, if I may, please. I have a couple of problems with this administration. I have to be honest with you. There's two things that I'm a little bothered with. Is the Treasury Secretary saying that he has to expand the IRS? To me, that's a big problem.
I agree.
A big-time problem. Big-time problem. And the other one is that when he appointed I think the Department of Education head, what's her name, that billionaire from Michigan?
Yeah, she's Prince's sister.
Yes, exactly. I have a big problem with that because I agree with, what's his name, with...
Well, sure. Here's I got to jump. We'll see what they do. We're going to watch it. I agree with what you're saying. And torture is one of his bad points, too. Trump's not perfect, but he certainly is delivering on what he said he'd do. It's night and day with Obama. Thank you, Frank. Dan in Indiana, you're on the air.
Hello.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Okay. I want to say thank you for the prize that I got for the Bill Clinton T-shirt contest. I finally got it.
Oh, good. So you went out and said Bill Clinton's a rapist. You got your prize.
Yeah, when he was in Cleveland. I disrupted it, and I yelled, and I hollered with rape, and he had to stop his speech. The thing I want to talk about is there is a lot of religion being thrown around at Trump's inaugural speech when he had...
Sure, well, I mean, he's just invoking God. Your phone's really breaking up bad. Go ahead and make your point.
He had the Mormons, he had Paula White, he had Wayne T. Jackson. This guy, Wayne T. Jackson, did a ritual where he crawled up on a man's butt.
Well, listen, I don't know anything about that. Butt pirates or whatever. All I know is Trump's invoking God, something Obama wouldn't do, calling on Jesus, calling on God for power, but I hear you. I got to jump. Your phone sounds like, at least in my ear, it sounds like a robot. It's bad? Okay. Some of these phones are so bad. I'm like, is this actually happening? I'm not cutting you off, Dan. Call me back tomorrow. I'd love to hear from you. Andrew in Pennsylvania, you're on the air. Go ahead.
I love a lot of what Trump is doing, too, but one has to understand that the president, just like Congress, is limited by the 18 related powers if it's not Commerce Clause related.
Sure, back off your phone. Back off your phone. It's overdriven. Go ahead.
Yeah, and one would say if it's not related to the several states, Commerce Clause related, the president and Congress has to stay out. And also, someone Trump is involved with Israel because his people he's hired are the dreaded Z word, which I'm not going to say because you'll get labeled anti-Semitic and all that. And anything about that?
Yeah, I'm Megan. They tell me, maybe my phone system, they tell me they can understand you. I can't understand you. Say it again.
Yes, Donald Trump occasionally has hired people that are the dreaded Z word, which suggests that he works for Israel. I'm not going to say because...
Oh, okay, I appreciate your call. Look, there's this mental illness. Israel's this tiny country with like a few million people, and everybody thinks it runs everything. So I just don't get involved in it. I mean, I just want to have lower taxes and have freedom of religion and private property in this country. Everybody calls up and says Jew. It's like a magic word or something. When Israel's an incredibly diverse country. So yeah, I mean, he's his daughter married a Jewish guy. Great. He's a good-looking guy. Got good-looking kids. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just don't oh God, let's kill the Jews because somebody called in about them. I just don't get it. I'm about ideology. I'm about ideas. See, not where you came from or what color you are. So I don't care if you're a Mexican or you're a Russian or you're Japanese or you're Algerian. You want freedom and Second Amendment private property? Man, come on in. You don't like that? Get the hell out of my life, okay? Let's go ahead and talk to Jim in Texas. Jim, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex. I think one of the best ways Trump could get a tidal wave on his side calling for repeal of Obamacare. Forget replacement, just repeal.
Well, I mean, he is calling for basically a repeal. It's a replacement, though.
Right, but if he would reverse all of the waivers that were granted by President Obama to, for example, the entire states of Nevada and New Hampshire.
Or McDonald's. That's a great point.
Yes.
Get rid of the waivers and all those corporations won't want it.
Yes, exactly. You got it. Thank you, Alex. Perfect.
Thank you, brother. Mark in Arizona, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Alex. Two things real quick. I'm from the land of Sheriff Joe, so we already kind of know how it's going to go for the next 4 years at least. I just love how Trump is playing this media and turning a one-day news cycle, which I thought was crazy, into a 1 hour news cycle. And you're right, he works so hard, no one can keep up, and that's what they're frustrated about.
I agree. I've told my crew, I said, I don't know what you're going to do. I'm in this 7 days a week now. I'm going to work more tonight. I mean, it's just, I can feel the energy. I always thought I had the energy. It's so good to hit somebody that's got even more than me. It's like, feels great. I'm sorry to Tim and Chris and everybody else. I'm out of time. Great job, the crew. Please join me tomorrow. I love you all. I thank you all. I'm humble before you all. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central, Infowars.com. Spread that link. They hate it. This has been adopted as of 2017 by the Department of Defense. All four branches of the military, Combat One. And guess who in the spring of 2017 has the exclusive right to sell this to everybody else but the military? Infowars.com. I want to commend Q and Patrick and the rest of our team. I want to commend Combat One for getting the big Pentagon deal. And I want to thank them for supporting us because they know we support America. We are the exclusive source of Combat One skin and muscle optimization, field foam, field spray, skin and muscle optimization, and broad spectrum hygiene tactical bath. Contains 8 pre-moistened cloths. Ladies and gentlemen, these are incredibly affordable, and they have patented proprietary systems that annihilate germs, you name it, across the board. That's why it's been adopted by the Pentagon, by the Defense Department, system-wide. I'm going to go over some of the numbers, some of the proven statistics, and the claims that Combat One can make right now. Never before has the public been able to access this new Combat One military-grade hygiene technology used by special operations to maintain hygiene during survival situations. Studied for safety and effectiveness by St. John's Medical Research Institute, St. Jude's, and the American Journal of Infection Control. The technology behind Combat One wipes kills bad bacteria while leaving beneficial skin bacteria unharmed. That's the key buffer. The toxic wipes, the sanitizers kill everything, including your immune system. They lower your fertility. It's all admitted. Combat One is able to do this naturally by only targeting the bad stuff. And again, it's all patented. It's super secret. 12 years, Special Forces testing it. This is something every info warrior needs to order, needs to have in their home, needs to use in their daily lives, whether it's cleaning your guns or your own skin or when you're out camping. This is the game changer. The entire family of Combat One is available exclusively at InfoWarsStore.com.
Just coming back from the river where I was using one of our water filtration straws, a certain device we sell here at InfoWarsStore.com, and I had smacked my knuckle pretty hard the other day with my knife after cleaning one of the animals. So I'm going to use some Combat One foam, show you guys that we actually use it, how well it works. This wound's been open for about 5 days now. It's been healing. 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 It's I just dipped it in and out of the river, so just better safe than sorry. Once I let that soak in, I'll wrap it up, field dress, and nice and clean again.
And it certainly is coming to the rescue with Combat One, born in America, made in America, and now distributed by InfoWars to America.